a person who reads in English, a person who speaks with more confidence, a person who doesn't give up. After a few weeks of reading every day, something new happened. I began to hear sentences in my head even when I was not reading. I could remember lines from the book while walking outside or waiting in line, and sometimes I whispered them quietly just to feel the words in my mouth again. But I wanted more. I wanted to keep these words with me. I didn't want to forget them. So one day, I picked up a small notebook and wrote down the sentence I had just read. Tom goes to the park. I looked at it on paper and read it again. I wrote it slowly, carefully. Then I wrote another sentence. He takes his red balloon. I added a small drawing beside it. It looked like a silly picture, but it helped me remember. That notebook became my best learning tool. Every time I read something I liked, I wrote it down. Just one sentence a day. Sometimes I copied a line from the book. Sometimes I changed it a little to make my own sentence. Tom goes to the park became, I go to the shop. Tom has a red balloon became, I have a blue pen. These small changes made me feel creative. They made me feel like I could use English, not just read it. Writing the words helped me say them better. It helped me see the spelling, the shape of the word, the rhythm of the sentence. My hand was learning with my mind. And slowly, something amazing happened. I started speaking from my notebook. I looked at the lines I wrote and said them out loud. I didn't worry if they were short or simple. I spoke them with feeling. I used my own voice. Sometimes I read my sentences to myself in the mirror. Sometimes I read them while walking alone. That little notebook gave me something school never gave me. It gave me freedom. I could write anything I wanted. I could practice at my own speed. No pressure, no fear. Just my thoughts in English. And the more I wrote, the more I spoke. I wrote about my day. I wrote about the weather. I wrote what I ate. Simple things. But they helped me find the words I needed in real life. When I met someone, I could say, "It's sunny today," because I had written it before. I could say, "I like apples," because I had written that too. Writing helped me speak, and speaking helped me remember. I didn't need big grammar books. I didn't need long lessons. I just needed my notebook, my 5 minutes, and the will to try. That was enough. That was powerful. And from that small book of paper, my English voice began to grow louder. After writing in my notebook and speaking those sentences out loud, I started feeling more confident. But I still didn't have someone to practice English with every day. I didn't have a partner. I didn't have a class outside school. So I thought, why not talk to the book? It may sound strange, but it worked. I opened the book I had read many times, and this time I didn't just read the lines, I talked to them. When the sentence said, "Tom has a red balloon," I said, "Oh, I like red too." When it said, "Tom goes to the park," I replied, "Is the park near your house, Tom?" I started to ask questions to the characters, even though they didn't answer. I made the reading active, not quiet. I imagined Tom talking back to me. I imagined the dog wagging its tail when I said hello. It felt funny at first, but slowly, it felt good. It felt real. I was using English to communicate, even if it was with a page. I started doing this every day. I would open my book and read a sentence, then answer it, or ask a question, or describe what I saw. Tom is running. I would say, is he running fast or slow? These small conversations made me feel like I was using real English. I was not just copying anymore. I was thinking. I was reacting. I was expressing myself. That's when I noticed a big change. My English didn't feel like a subject in school anymore. It felt like part of my life. I was using it to feel, to ask, to talk, even if the only one listening was me. My voice got stronger. My sentences got longer. I stopped whispering. I started speaking clearly. I didn't care if someone walked past my room and heard me. I was practicing. I was learning. I was proud. Sometimes I laughed at myself. Sometimes I made silly sentences. But I didn't stop. I made the book my practice partner. And the book never got tired. It never judged me. It waited patiently. It listened to everything I said. And the more I talked to the page, the more I trusted myself. I could feel the language entering my heart, not just my head. I was not afraid of speaking anymore. I didn't need someone to correct me every time. I just needed to keep going, one sentence at a time.